So you guys all know who this is? This was John Durham, the true Mueller, the person the Chuds thought was going to lock up Hillary Clinton, and I don't know, like every other Democrat in Washington. These are the same Chuds that said they hated spending that taxpayer money. That taxpayer money on Mueller. Well, Durham? His investigation cost us $6 million. It cost taxpayers $6 million. And how many convictions did we get for that $6 million? Over 3.5 years? We got zero. We got zero. And remind me again, how many convictions did Mueller get? Oh yeah, 37. So, zero? 37. I mean, look, I get it. Return on investment is probably a foreign concept to the group of people that consider this guy right here, a business genius. We've all heard Teddy Cruz complain about the Justice Department.
Outrageous. And this Department of Justice, this FBI, has now been thoroughly politicized and weaponized. Merrick Garland has done more damage to the credibility of the Justice Department and the FBI than any attorney general in history.
Than any attorney general in history. Imagine believing Ted Cruz. Imagine believing this potato with a beard. Just go back one administration there, Teddy. Bill Barr literally put Durham in there to give Trump and Fox News this.
Forget the ball in Times Square dropping. Americans are waiting for the details from the Durham investigation to drop.
The Durham investigation.
Durham investigation.
John Durham investigation.
Durham investigation. My sources are telling me tonight, buckle up. It is going to shock the conscience and soul of the country.
The Durham investigation is heating up. Major development in the Durham investigation.
The Durham investigation is expected to pick up some steam.
Breaking news tonight about that John Durham investigation. This is big.
Durham investigation is ramping up.
The Durham investigation continues. We've got major bombshells coming in the Durham investigation.
Okay.
John Durham investigation is getting close to indictments.
A development today in the Durham investigation.
John Durham investigation.
Stand by for the Durham investigation to bring some real accountability.
Fox is learning the Durham investigation is, quote, accelerating.
John Durham.
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 Durham.
Durham. Where it's going and what we might learn from the Durham investigation. Remember that? What's in it? We may find out.
And if Hillary Clinton had been elected, we'd never know about it.
Durham only brought 2 cases. 2 in 3.5 years. 2 weak-ass cases that were thrown out with less than an hour of deliberation. Thank you. Thank you, Bill Barr. So now that it's a bust, and once again it's proven that Russia interfered in our election, Matt Gaetz decided to go on TV and apologize for pushing all the propaganda, and urge us all to come together to fight this common enemy and prevent this from ever happening again. I'm just kidding, he did this.
So Durham has been on this investigation for years. And here we are, 0-2, with fewer wins than the Washington Generals. But I posit, and have said for quite some months, that Durham is not prosecuting these cases to obtain convictions. I believe the entire purpose of Durham's work is to cast the FBI as the victim rather than the perpetrator.
On a side note, how's a dude that was caught red-handed trafficking underage girls able to go on TV and still tell, like, corny-ass jokes?
Fewer wins than the Washington Generals.
That joke was so bad it made this lady's eyeballs flip to the other sides of her face. So now what? I mean, it's obvious the case was just for propaganda. I mean, 2 cases that were, thrown out immediately. They exposed one of our undercover Russian agents during it all. They wasted time, and like DeSantis, they wasted our money on a political stunt. So I got this comment on my Dr. Oz video. If you saw that video, Dr. Oz was removed from Columbia University's website and they were forced to pay a fine because he tortured and killed 329 puppies. Now this big brain Chuck Rambo, he says by saying that I also killed 320 puppies, that is now a fact. I was kind of curious, wanted to see who this guy was, see if he had any videos up. So I went to his channel, and his highest viewed video had 37 views. One of those was mine. And it was of him sitting and watching CNN and crying that AOC was being mean to Trump on there. And he does it in like this southern lispy trailer voice. I don't know, it's surreal. But I mean, that's his content. I bring him up because crying alone trailer man, who thinks fabrications, as long as said out loud, are the same as reality, could actually be, I don't know, pulling in 6 figures as a Fox News producer.
There are so many pieces of evidence. The media has ignored it because they wanted Joe Biden elected president.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am here to defend Hunter Biden.
They were attempting to influence policy.
Objection, Your Honor. Let's look at photographs. This is what I think of these photographs.
We really have no way of knowing what was said between him and these people.
Did he commit bribery?
Your Honor, if you're going to try my case, try not to lose it. At this time, the prosecution rests.
The trial of Hunter Biden, streaming all this week.
The party that says that there's a left-wing liberal media all over, they literally went out and filmed a fake Hunter Biden trial documentary just so they could comment on that documentary.
After you did, in fact, contact the Bureau, the FBI, what did they do in response, sir?
Well, at first, my father reached out to the FBI in October, and they basically told him to get out.
Objection. It's not responsive to the question, Your Honor. Judge, a little latitude.
We're here for a semi-probable cause in one sense, so that'll be permitted.
Well, you may get some movie roles out of this. You have an amazing voice, Judge.
Oh my! She really said to him, "You may get some movie roles off of this, off of the propaganda they shot in like someone's garage." She's telling Judge Joe Brown he's gonna get some movie roles. I mean, the Republicans have lost their goddamn mind. So there you have it. Once the propaganda from our tax dollars dries up, what do? They go out and they make a fake documentary about Hunter Biden, a fake trial. And then they pretend like, you know, they have the laptop and they know what's on it. What, Rudy Giuliani's laptop? Come on, get out of here. Chad the Chud.
Well, you may get some movie roles out of this. You have an amazing voice, Judge.